नुसल्ली व नुसल्लिम अला रसूलिहिल करीम अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. Very Honorable Dr. Ataur Rahman, Additional Secretary Health. Bukhtiyar Sahab, Excellency, many other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, great moment for me to share with you some findings on how ulama, our religious sector, can become change agent on the new narrative of population welfare. We need to go history why the concept of population planning, population welfare failed to utilize influence of ulama, religious circle, in promoting the efforts for betterment of the population and trying to transfer a safer world to the coming generations. Because in the very beginning, during President Ayub era, the words which were used for the concept were tantamount to Urdu and Arabic to Zabte Wiladat, Zabte Tawleed, in stopping children, stopping babies. Of course, these terminologies were very provocative for the religious circles, and in the history, in 1960s, the decade of 60, we saw greater opposition from all circles of religious community. Maulana Mufti Muhammad Shafi, the greatest scholar of the time in 60s, Maulana Mufti Mahmud, who was member of parliament at that time, Maulana Ghulam Ghaus Hazarvi, member at that time, and Maulana Abul Ala Mududi, all different denominations rejected the idea of Zabte Waladat and Zabte Tawleed. And this indeed caused great damage to the original concept of how to work for the welfare of the coming generations and trying to transform our new born country into a country which is healthy, not only from population side, but in economy and in the global arena as well. But then with the passage of time, new concepts and new terminologies emerged, like spacing, mother-child health. These concepts were then very agreeable for the religious community. And the ulama and religious community, they supported the concept of spacing, the concept of mother-child health, because in the roots of Islamic Sharia, the jurisprudence, the health of mother is very important. To the extent that one of the greatest medieval jurist and scholar, Imam Ghazali, has addressed even the physique and outward appearance of the wife, that for that purpose even the spacing is important and allowed, and at certain stage it becomes compulsory when there is the question of the health of the mother. The new narrative, Tawazun, balancing population, has been widely accepted by the religious community, and this is a very encouraging and good sign. Because in a country like Pakistan, we cannot ignore the ulama, the khutaba, member of mihrab, and we cannot promote ideas like this without their support. So when the new narrative is widely accepted by the religious elements, now it is time for the Health Department, for UNFPA, Population Council, and other organizations which are working on this task to bring ulama on board. And I'm very glad that Council of Islamic Ideology and the Iwan-e-Sadr are closely working on how to ensure support of the member of mihrab for this purpose. In a recent engagement at the Iwan-e-Sadr, the research wing of the Council of Islamic Ideology prepared a comprehensive note on how to go ahead with this concept, and in the long run to reflect the recommendations in the policy. Council of Islamic Ideology has recommended that another very effective method for the population welfare and for the population management, there is a need that funds and budget of the country should be diverted to rural education and particularly focusing on the female education, because an educated girl will be better and well informed to opt for better choices or better options. What should be the number of the family and how the kids, and then, making them growing and contributing to a society with youth which is skillful, learned, and educated. The second proposal that we have submitted to the Iwan-e-Sadr for consideration by the relevant budgetary policy makers is that In Pakistan, unfortunately, we have very little spaces and centers for entertainment. There are no parks, good parks. There are no lawns. There are no recreation places. Even in our federal capital, if you want to go on a picnic, on spending some leisure time with your family, you have very limited choices. So when there are no opportunities for entertaining your kids, your family, so people resort, because it is a natural process, to stay put, to stay at home. If there are these opportunities, the Council of Islamic Ideology believes that with the passage of time, it will definitely contribute to better population management and to better population welfare. We understand that the concept of bigger population has a root in history and in our tribal societies as the societies used to be. But then with the new paradigm shift, that it is not the number of the people, population, which gives you identity and power. It is the skill and the political influence, and particularly the economy, if you are part of the generating new ideas and new concepts, making people skillful. That actually provides you a better space in the global brotherhood of the nations. These are things which the organizations working on the population welfare need to take to the religious circle, the ulama, and particularly we need to concentrate on the women empowerment. Because in the present situation, there are opportunities in which the women do not need to come to the markets or to the industry. There is this concept of outsourcing, that the industry would come to your home, that the marketplace will come to your home, and you will be able to take all cultural and religious observations and having contributed to the empowerment concept, empowerment of women. So these are new opportunities that the post-globalized world has provided us with, and it is high time that we work together and try to bequeath a strong and prosperous Pakistan to our coming generations. Council of Islamic Ideology has also come up with a recommendation on the minor age marriages. And Council of Islamic Ideology is of the opinion that law will not be effective in this area. What is important is to bring Member-o-Mihrab on board and to make them part of the awareness campaign about the negative fallout of the minor age marriages. So if all these happen in a coherent manner, we are hopeful that things would be better, inshallah. With these words, I conclude, and once again, I express my deepest sense of gratitude for those who invited me to be part of this very distinguished gathering and to share with you the role and contribution of the Council of Islamic Ideology and the religious circles. I thank you very much indeed.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया